Your Highness, this is the finest jewelry Paris has ever made. It's 1911. A 27-year-old boy named Jacques Cartier has just arrived from Paris to India. He's sitting across Maharajas. He showcases them to the richest men in the world. They were not interested because the men sitting in front of him were already wearing diamonds, rubies, sapphires, stones that Europe had never seen. They wanted Western fashion, Paris trends, pocket watches. Jacques had sailed 3 weeks. He had bought the best jewelry pieces to India but failed to understand. But he did not just live, he put his suitcase down and started paying attention. He traveled across India, sometimes staying in palaces, sometimes sleeping on a mat on a railway station floor. A man from one of the most famous luxury families in the world on a mat on the station floor in India. Because he knew India had something he could not find anywhere else. Indian craftsmen were carving gemstones into flowers and leaves. These techniques were passed down from Mughal courts for hundreds of years. He took these stones back to Paris. They became Tutti Frutti, Cartier's most iconic jewelry collection, and they are still sold today. When the Great Depression hit, luxury brands across Europe shut down, but the Maharaja orders kept coming in. India was importing custom jewels. This story tells that India didn't just inspire Cartier, but India kept Cartier alive. Now here's why this matters today. India's luxury market worth $10 billion in 2024. Watches and jewelries alone nearly 38.5% of that. The number of millionaires in India is expected to more than double by 2026. India's luxury market is projected to nearly double, reaching $17.94 billion by 2033. Not slow growth, not steady growth. The fastest growing luxury market in Asia. This was India Opportunity Luxury Edition.